Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of the Matt Z WWE show. This is going to be a review of Elimination Chamber 2013 in what my opinion was a great pay-per-view, guys. Let me try and remember all the orders of the match. First, Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show. No shocks in this one. Well, I actually did expect Dolph Ziggler, if you watch my preview, I expected Dolph Ziggler to cash in after the match on Del Rio. We didn't get that. Instead, we got Del Rio going over. He won with the cross arm breaker in what was a decent match. Big Show tapped out, but it was a good match. Very good. Well, not very good match, but solid opener for an opener. Good match. So yeah, Del Rio wins. Next match on the card, we had Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz. The Miz coming in with a shoulder injury. This match ended with a disqualification to The Miz, where he low blows Antonio Cesaro by accident, actually, because he goes to kick him, Cesaro moves his leg and he accidentally low blows him, and that's the disqualification. So that's just a way of writing it in so that they can have a rematch at WrestleMania, which I expect The Miz to go up to winning. So we had that. Then we had, I believe, the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match, number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Let me try and remember the order of events in this match. We had, starting the match, Chris Jericho. Well, actually, before the match, we had a Jack Swagger promo, which did lead me to believe that Jack Swagger had more chance of winning than people thought he had. But anyway, getting on to the match, we had Jericho and Bryan starting the match, and the third entrant was Jack Swagger. So a bit of brawling. Not a lot to talk about until everyone's in the ring, actually. And the fourth entrant into the match was, I believe, Kane. Yeah, it was Kane. We then got Randy Orton, number 5, and Mark Henry, number 6. Mark Henry comes in straight away, eliminates Daniel Bryan. Then Kane goes for something off the top rope. Henry catches him, hits him with the World's Strongest Slam, eliminates him. We then have Swagger and Jericho, I believe. Well, Swagger and Jericho teaming up on Henry, throwing him against the cage. They do a suplex on the Elimination Chamber, the outside part. That was pretty cool. 400-pound suplex, so on the chamber steel. That was pretty cool. We then got Chris Jericho hitting the code breaker on Mark Henry, which then led to an RKO on Mark Henry, which led to him being pinned by Randy Orton. We then got a few. So, final three in the match. We have Jericho, Orton, Swagger. We then get, just a bit of brawling between all three of them. Swagger gets bumped. Swagger ends up in the corner, so he's down. Jericho and Orton have a fight sort of thing. Jericho goes for the code breaker, I believe. He gets reversed. Then he goes for a lion salt, gets reversed. Orton hits the RKO. He gets the pin on Jericho. And then from behind, Swagger rolls him up. Gets the 1, 2, 3, and Jack Swagger is going to WrestleMania to face Alberto Del Rio. So, to be honest, when Del Rio won his match and didn't get cashed in on, I thought the winner would either be Swagger or Henry. But I did sort of think Henry. I did think, especially when he came out and dominated everyone for a while, I thought they were just going to let him run through people for a minute and just eliminate everyone at one point, I must admit. But Mark Henry got eliminated eventually, and Swag gets the win by rolling up Randy Orton. Just a good win. Swagger's pretty, they want to do things with Swagger, and basically now he's back from his hiatus or whatever, and now he's got that Zeb Coulter as his mouthpiece, shall we say. I think he can be successful doing that. So, next match on the card was The Shield. This was the next match, yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was The Shield versus John Cena, Sheamus, Ryback. This was a great match, and I'm really surprised at how WWE went with this. I'm really happy with how WWE went with this. I was worried they were going to bury The Shield. The complete opposite happened. The complete opposite, in my opinion, happened. So, let me talk you through the match. Basically, it starts off, I believe, with Sheamus and Dean. Well, it starts off when they come down, before the match starts, as the Shield's music hits, and as they get into the ring, all three of the Sheamus, Ryback, Cena pick them all up and do suplexes on them before the match even starts, so they sort of they tire them out a bit, injure them before the match starts, shall we say. And we then got Dean Ambrose starting the match off with Sheamus. We then got we had, you know, back and forth action. Cena tagging in a couple of minutes later. We then got Cena being isolated by the team, so they basically kept Reigns, Ambrose, Rollins kept tagging each other in, basically, and keeping Cena at bay from tagging his partners in. So it was basically Cena getting dominated for a while, which led me to fear, in typical Cena style, that he was going to just suddenly come back, hit the AA, take the win. I was fearful that was going to happen. Especially when he eventually manages to tag Ryback in, and Ryback just takes the team out. He takes out the whole team, I think. And then, it gets a bit confusing, this match, but it's a great match. Then on the outside, Roman Reigns spears Sheamus through like the barricade, which was pretty cool. Nearly took Lillian Garcia out as well. I don't think she realised what was happening. She nearly got taken out, so that wouldn't have been good, but thankfully she didn't. Then back in the ring, this was pretty much straight after. I think John Cena and Ryback have Ambrose and Rollins up for the shell. Ambrose is up on Cena's shoulders for the AA, and Rollins is up for the shell shocked from Ryback. But then, out of nowhere, as Cena hits the AA, out of nowhere, boom, Roman Reigns runs back in the ring, spears Ryback just before he can hit the shell shock. Rollins falls on him and gets the pin. You heard it right, guys. The babyface is lost. The Shield go over. The Shield are here to stay by the looks of things. They're not done with this angle yet. WWE are clearly wanting to push the Shield further than we can imagine at this point. A lot of people were even speculating this could be the disbanding of the Shield, and the whole Shield angle was leading up to John Cena getting the win on them and his team getting the win on them. Ryback takes another pay-per-view loss, and actually this was pretty much a clean loss. Was it? It wasn't outside interference or anything. I mean, it's not fully clean because a guy who shouldn't be in the ring interferes, but then you could say Cena wasn't meant to be in the ring. He wasn't the legal man either. So this is about as clean a win as anyone could have predicted. Not many people predicted this. A lot of people were predicting a Shield disqualification. A lot of people were predicting the Shield via some sort of interference. Maybe Brock Lesnar, maybe anyone, a new member. People were speculating about all this. But when it came down to the crunch, WWE was brave enough to have the Shield go over on Team Babyface, on Sheamus, on Ryback, on Cena, the three biggest baby faces. Not to mention Cena is now going on to the main event of WrestleMania, so it'll be interesting how it comes from that. Obviously, they couldn't have Cena get pinned going into WrestleMania, so interestingly, they had Ryback get pinned, even though he's lost so many pay-per-views. He still has not won at a pay-per-view. He's the nearly man. He still is the nearly man. So maybe he'll get a WrestleMania moment or something, maybe against the Big Show. I still think that's a match that could happen now. Big Show is out of the title picture. But basically, you can probably tell I enjoyed that match. Great match, in my opinion. I haven't read what the internet has to say yet, but I'm taking it they're going to be happy because the Shield have won, and the Shield are here to stay. The Shield are 2-0. They won at TLC. They won at Elimination Chamber. They are here to stay. And the way the match ended, I'd just like to say because a lot of people complain about WWE over and over again, but the way this match ended was booked beautifully, in my opinion. The way it genuinely had me believing when Cena was ready to AA Ambrose, when Ryback was ready to shell shock Rollins, I genuinely believe, look, this is the end. This is the Shield losing here, and they're probably going to get buried, and they're going to probably move to mid-card, but no. WWE thought, no, not this one. We're going to give them a swerve. And this was a swerve, in my opinion, because not a lot of guys saw this coming, especially in the way it ended. It didn't end with interference, like I said. It ended with not a fully clean, but did we ever expect a 100% clean? This is as clean as you'd expect the ending. Well, cleaner than we expected. So, great end to the match. Great match. Next, I believe we got a Dolph Ziggler segment. Then Booker T comes out and says, right, Kofi Kingston is going to face you, basically. So we then got Ziggler beat Kofi Kingston, and then Big E Langston beat the hell out of him after. To be honest, I didn't even watch this match, to be honest. I mean, I took a break, shall we say, when this match happened. I was sort of falling asleep because in the UK it's on quite late, but I'm pretty sure Ziggler won, but don't quote me on this one. Ziggler wins. Big E Langston attacks Kofi after. That's, I believe, what happened. Ziggler, it's interesting that Ziggler didn't cash in tonight, so maybe he's going to cash in at WrestleMania, because what other chances does he have? He could cash in at Extreme Rules. I think he might cash in there after all. You know, maybe at WrestleMania after all. But I can't see a WrestleMania cash in. It just doesn't feel right, you know. But anyway, getting to the main event of the night, in which they repeatedly remind us if The Rock vs CM Punk, if The Rock gets disqualified or counted out, he loses the WWE title. So basically, he lost his champion's advantage. This match was interesting, and what was more interesting is the crowd were actually split pretty much even. In some parts, actually louder support for CM Punk, which did surprise me. I thought The Rock, you know, The Rock being the main face of the company, albeit a part-time one, him and John Cena are the two main faces of the company. But we got to the match, a good back-and-forth match. Did I enjoy this match more than their match at the Royal Rumble? About the same. The ending was not amazing, you know. The ending was not amazing. It wasn't the best ending they could have booked, in my opinion, but it was okay. And I suppose they had to... They didn't want it to be 100% clean, I guess, on CM Punk. They didn't want The Rock to just pin him 100% clean. So they had CM Punk kick out of a rock bottom. They had CM Punk kick out of the people's elbow. Punk at one point actually hits the GTS on The Rock, goes for the pin, gets more than the 3, but the ref is outside after getting hit by The Rock after the Punk pushes The Rock into the referee. Not a lot else to say about this match, really. Obviously, we'll get to the ending now. So basically, minutes after that, CM Punk, the refs are down and everything. So CM Punk signals to Heyman to get the title belt. Heyman comes, gets the title belt, gives it to Punk. Heyman goes and holds The Rock. Punk goes to smash The Rock with the title. The Rock ducks out the way, it hits Heyman. Punk turns around, rock bottom. One of the refs that's been down injured rolls back into the ring to count the 1, 2, 3. So, interesting end to the match. And they pretty much soon after the match announced that The Rock will go on to now face John Cena at WrestleMania for the WWE title, which I think a lot of people have been expecting for a while. This ending to me indicates that The Undertaker will be working WrestleMania, because I can't see any other match that CM Punk can work, to be honest. I see CM Punk versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. The only downside to this is I'm pretty sure Punk loses this, and if he does, that means he's lost. It will have been 3 straight pay-per-views, but no doubt CM Punk is a big star in the WWE, and after hearing the reaction he got from this crowd, CM Punk's going to be he's not... People saying he's going to go back to the mid-card. I can't see that happening with the way he's getting cheered more than even I expected, you know. But overall, this was a good pay-per-view. I say pay-per-view, I use that term loosely because in the UK it's part of Sky Sports, so we didn't actually have to pay extra for it. So I actually might have enjoyed this pay-per-view more than the Royal Rumble. I think I actually probably did. And I'm sorry if... I'm sure a lot of you disagree with that, but I think the match that made it for me was definitely the Shield match. And it's not just because I'm a Shield fan, it's just the way the ending was booked, the way it led me to believe that they were going to lose and then they won. It was just good, and it was good to see them in an actual match with no weapons. They actually just wrestled this match, so that was pretty cool. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'd appreciate if you leave a comment below on what you think of the matches. Were you happy to see the Shield win? Was it a disappointment to you? What do you think about Jack Swagger winning the Chamber? What do you think about The Rock vs John Cena WrestleMania 29? What do you think about Alberto Del Rio vs Jack Swagger? Leave your thoughts below. Leave a like or a dislike based on whether you like the video or not. That's down to you. That's your opinion. But thanks for watching the Matt Z WWE show. Check me out again later. Thanks for watching, guys.